Platinum X here with Elite Dangerous. So what I'm doing real quick is you see that job that says Federal Navy Courier job. That is a rank advancement mission for the Federation, which I'll go over with you and explain that to you. But first, notice how it says minimum reputation cordial. It's the controlling faction right here. My current reputation is neutral. Well, you see this mission right here that says donate? So if I go ahead and donate 125,000, I'm only getting a 1 plus reputation, but that should be enough to bump me into cordial. Boom, I'm in cordial now. That's what this message is, letting me know I'm cordial with that reputation. And now I can accept, well, hang on, let me refresh the mission here. And the mission changed. That pisses me off. So I don't know what the timer is. It doesn't show you the time, but the missions refresh like periodically. And again, it's like frequently. Like it's not like hours or you know what I mean? It's like 10, maybe 20 minutes, something like that. Maybe even 5 minutes. So I don't again know exactly what the timer is on refreshing these missions. You literally just saw how that changed right before our eyes. So let's see if there is another Federal Navy mission here. Yes, right there. Federal Navy strike contract authorized. This is a pirate hunt. Assassinate the known pirate Alana Clark, and we'll go ahead and basically recommended rank harmless. So for early pilots, you can make a lot of money. Like I've got nearly 5 million, and I've spent like actually, I can show you my net worth. Not sure. I can't remember exactly which. Menu it's under. That's my current balance on hand. And that's just my insurance rebuy on the ship if my ship gets destroyed. There is a menu, there is an option here that basically tells you, I don't know if it's this one or not. This is just your avatar appearance. Wow, are you kidding me? I had no idea I was an old man. I need to change that. I think this is the first time I've been into my appearance here. I'm going to go with that one for right now. The color doesn't really seem to be changing, does it? Oh, that's the stubble. Hair. Okay, here we go. Okay, so save down here. Okay, bam. All right. Look at there. Da Vinci Would Be Proud. A little trophy unlocked for creating your commander. Did not realize I had not done that on this profile. Let's go ahead and exit out of here. That was definitely not the menu. Let's see here. Now right here, you see the ship train. I've got a hauler that's at another station, but that ship is not worth much. I could have sworn there was a... in Codex maybe? Commander? Boom, there we go. Current assets, total. So I've got total assets nearly 7.5 million. So that's my current ship. The ship that I have at another station is not worth that much. It's cheap. It does have some components that I bought on it, so it's more valuable than buying it, new with the cheapest parts on it. But again, which actually, well, I can't show you how much it's worth unless it's at the same station. If I go to stored ships, I can switch ships, and it would show you the value of it. But that's kind of got sidetracked there. That's kind of beside the point, and not really the purpose of this video. But I wanted to go over the ranking. So right here is galactic powers. So here's 11 galactic powers, and this is where you start. This is what I consider controlled space. So in controlled space, there's 11 powers, and their standings here go up and down. The blue arrow means they've gone up. The red arrow means they've gone down. This guy is over 90% of the time in first place. But all these other ones, like they go up and down a lot. Like she was in first place. That's who I'm currently pledged to on my main profile. This profile isn't pledged to anybody. But she was in first for a while. She was in first for a while. He's been in first. But again, this basically is community driven. When you pledge to a power, you can actually contribute towards that leader's goal, that ruler's goal. And it's weekly. So every week, their goals are, their goals update, and then you can earn merits by helping them with their goals. That's how that faction standing chart works. That's what either they increase or go down, because not only can you contribute towards your ruler's goals, you can actually undermine other rulers' goals, especially when they're in a, what's the word when both of them are contested space? When they're contested over the same system. One's trying to keep control of it, the other one's trying to undermine it because they want to take it for themselves. So again, that's how that works. And real quick, ratings 1 through 5. That's like your rank. Not really, I don't want to call it rank. Rating. It's called rating. And again, this is a weekly bonus that you get. So you get a paycheck for being pledged to a ruler. The minimum is 1,000. You can't go below rating 1. But then if you contribute and earn merits, rating 2 earns you 50,000 credits a week, which really isn't, that's nothing. 750 earns you 500,000 credits a week. Now that's a little more substantial. And 750 is easy to maintain as long as you do play at least a little bit each week. Now, every week I think it refreshes either on Wednesday or Thursday, your merits get cut in half. So if you earn 750 to get rating 3 in the week at the weekend or week beginning, you'd only have 375. So earning another 375 really doesn't take much. So it's really easy to maintain a rating 3. Again, it just takes, at least a little bit of play every week. And once you hit rating 3, each ruler has their own special item that is unique to them. Felicia Winters has a pulse disruptor, which is an energy weapon for your ship. And so once you hit rating 3, when you're pledged to Felicia Winters, you will then be able to purchase those pulse disruptors to equip them on your ship. And again, each ruler has their own item. Rating 4, though, look at that. You're earning now at rating 4, 5 million credits a week. So that is a very significant, substantial increase from 500,000 to 5 million. But maintaining a 1,500 merit from week to week takes more effort, takes more gameplay. And, again, so you would be, having to play, like several times a week, not just a couple of times a week. And then I have never, in my years of playing this game, well over 5 years, I don't know exactly how many, but maybe not quite 10. I don't know. I'd have to look at my main profile to see if my initial start date is on there somewhere. It probably is. But rating 5 requires 10,000 merits. That takes like daily dedication to, again, I've never hit rating 5. That earns you 50 million credits a week. That's a lot of money. I could actually make that in a day, though. On my main profile, I can make 50 million credits in a day. And that's just playing for, several hours, but I can make 50 million in a day. So that's how the ratings work and how the pledging to the rulers work. Now, going back to, let's go to right here. Now, Zachary Hudson is showing up there. I'm not pledged to anybody on this profile, and he's only showing up there because he's the one that controls the system that I'm currently in. But if you look below him there, Superpowers, Federation, there's 2 Federation rulers, Zachary Hudson and Felicia Winters. Which Felicia's in first place, Zachary's in third place, currently. Again, this changes week to week. And, I have an allied reputation with Federation. And I'm currently ranked, so you don't even have to be pledged to you don't have to be pledged to any particular ruler to increase your reputation and your rank. It's simply done by doing missions associated with each one of those factions. So I've mostly been running because I'm in federated space. I'm building this reputation on this profile because I basically just started this profile, and so I'm currently still building my reputation in the area that I'm currently in. So from system to system, there's mission givers that you earn reputation with individually. So there's several factions in every system that, again, you build your reputation independently with them. So I've been running missions for the Federation. That's why I'm allied. That's why my percentage is 100%. Now that will go down over time if I'm not doing anything for the Federation. That will go down, but it will not go down below 75%. And that's I could not play for months. When I log back in, I'll be at 75%. But the current rank, your rank does not go down. Once you earn a rank, you're that rank. My current rank is Petty Officer for the Federation. I do not have any rank for the Empire. I don't have any reputation for him either, which means I have not run not one single mission for an Empire ruler or an Empire associated faction. With Alliance, I ran like one mission, so I'm at 2% on reputation. Alliance does not have a rank, but they do still have reputation. Now, what the rank does for both Federation and Empire is it unlocks each one of these three categories here has like a number of ships that's only available to members of one of those factions that has a certain rank. Like Federation, the first Federation ship is called a Federation drop ship. It requires the rank of midshipman to purchase. That was the rank before Petty Officer. So I can already purchase. I don't have it. I'm not going to buy it. I got it on my main profile, and I don't really care to have it, but on this one. But the drop ship is available for me if I wish to purchase it. Now I'm currently Petty Officer. But it being 100% means there's going to be a Federal Navy mission to advance my rank. So you first have to run the mission if there's one available. There doesn't seem to be one available, which is annoying. Unless I already accepted it. Did I already accept it? Yes, I did. Okay. So at the start of this, we were talking about it, from the start of it, I couldn't remember if I accepted it or not. So I've already accepted the Federal Navy Strike Contract Authorization, which means there's a pirate that I'm going after, which we've already gone over that when I accepted this mission. So that's what that Federal Navy mission is for. Once you get your rank up to 100%, same thing with Empire. Once you get your rank up to 100% by running missions for that faction, or a faction associated with that, allegiance, whatever. I don't really know what to call it otherwise. But Federation, Empire, Alliance, by running missions from factions associated with them, will that rank percentage also go up. So once you get to 100%, then one of those missions is available for you to complete. Once you complete that mission, you will then advance your rank. So now that I've gone over that, let's go ahead and run this mission.
Docking clamps retracted. You may leave when ready.
Now, when I first started playing this on my main profile, these, like, the ship that I started with did not have a docking computer. There was a chip available, but I didn't even know it when I started playing. I manually had to land and take off, and boy, that was interesting trying to figure that out. But then somebody actually told me, because again, unless you go into a solo, when you enter the game, unless you select solo, you're going to be, there could be other people around. I don't really know how many people still play this game, but
Frameshift drive charging.
I always go into a solo game. Because other people, if you go into a public game, people can attack you and blow your ship up. So I always, stick to a solo game. Or if I'm playing with a friend, you can have a game that's just you and your friend and nobody else can interfere with.
Mission objective detected. Incoming mission critical
Alright, now with these pirate hunting missions, it's basically giving me a heads up as soon as I got here, telling me, okay, well here, go out here. But the most important thing to do, really, that's 42,000 clicks out. Is scan the nav beacon. Because it doesn't always tell you, in this case where it told me where I should go to look for the person, it doesn't always do that. So what you normally need to do is, and it's just always a good idea, which doesn't look like I'm going to have to, you scan the nav beacon, and a lot of times they'll pop in there when you're there. But in this case, she went ahead and interdicted me and pulled me out of hyperspace to attack me. So this keeps me from having to fly all the way out there, that 40,000 light seconds out. Now this pilot is harmless, so this is a very easy battle for new commanders. Harmless and mostly harmless pilots, they rarely even, I can't believe she actually fired at me. They normally just, as long as you're attacking them like I'm doing, they mostly just try to evade you. And they don't really do a very good job of evading you. Alright, now she's trying to run. That frame shift drive, she's trying to run. But she's not going to make it. Better not. Alright, I got her. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to go back to where I got it. That way I can advance my rank and end this video. But yeah, mostly harmless pilots. They're easy to. So you can make a lot of money early on by hunting pirates. You know, increasing your reputation, earning money, and you know, with harmless and mostly harmless pilots. Now, when you get up to novice, I think novice is the first rank when they're gonna fight back. So unless you know how to, like, you need to learn how to fly the ship. You need to learn how to engage in combat, and before trying to take on a novice or competent, or certainly anything higher than that. See how that one ranked elite? Well, a Python is a very deadly ship and piloted by an elite pilot. That is definitely not something you want to mess with until you are equivalent in both ship and ability. Did I jump to? Yes, okay. And then that other ship too, that Vulture, those are nasty. Those are heavy fighters. They have 2 large weapons. They will rip you to pieces quickly if you are not, like I said, in a more equivalent ship and with a more advanced piloting ability. Now the thing is, that's a federal security service. So if I get into a fight with one of these and they're a pirate or they're wanted, if they're clean, it's different. You would have to attack them if they're clean. But if they're wanted, it means they've attacked people. And so the chances are they will attack you. Well, if you're able to evade them long enough for security to drop in and engage them, that'll help turn the tide of the battle and give you the win if you do actually engage and take part in the battle. Or you could just use that opportunity to get the hell out of there. Depends on the ship. Depends on what ship you're in. Depends on what ship they're in. Because again, they can destroy you quickly if you, like what I'm in now, A vulture would rip this thing to pieces in seconds. Same thing that python. The python would rip this thing to pieces in seconds. Because this is a very low... Alright, now there's somebody after me. That Martin, that comment right there was targeted at me. He's in a Viper 3. He's a novice pilot. What I'm going to do is I'm decelerating to the point where I can drop out of hyperspace. I'm going to go ahead and deploy my hard points. And what'll happen is, because he's already on me, he's going to drop in. He's going to drop in right in front of me, and I'm going to get the drop on him. Sometimes it takes a minute. There he is. See, he's wanted. I don't have a mission for him. If I had a mission for him, it would say mission target. But he's wanted, meaning yes, he was coming after me. He was coming after me to attack me, probably because of the cargo I'm carrying. That's what makes him a pirate. They're after your cargo. Well, that was pretty easy, and he was a novice too. That was pretty easy, but again, I got the drop on him. If I would have waited for him to pull me out with using an interdictor, which that's just what it's called, you can put one on your ship to where you can yank ships out of hyperspace, he would be behind me, and my FSD drive, my frame shift drive, which is what you need to jump into hyperspace, would take longer. When they yank you out like that, it takes it longer to recharge than if you just drop out manually. And you have to decelerate your speed, you know, to very slow. Let's just put it that way. You have to decelerate your speed to very slow. And I was going too fast right there. I normally have my super cruise engaged, which I didn't have my super cruise engaged to just automatically drop out for me. To manually drop out, you have to be under that 1 point. There, now I can drop out. So again, when I first started playing, there was no super cruise assist chip. There was a docking chip, which my ship didn't start with it. I believe now, for new commanders, your ship does start with the docking chip, which is what I'm using now to just auto dock. So I had to learn how to manually land, and that was tricky for a new player. That was a little interesting, but like I said, somebody basically told me about the docking computer. He said, "Hey man, buy a docking computer." So when I landed at the ship, you can go into flight. I think it's called flight controls or something like that in the shop to put one of them chips on your ship. But again, new commanders now, I believe the starting ship will come with it. I believe a lot of them even come with Super Cruise, which is what helps you drop out of hyperspace automatically when you get to your destination.
Touchdown sequence complete. You may disembark when ready. You're all checked in, Commander. Enjoy your visit.
All right, first, before I go into outfitting, I'm going to turn in this mission. So again, my current rank is Petty Officer. Money.
Incoming message.
All right. Vega system permit issued. Awesome. So now I can enter that system. Beta Hydri permit issued. Huh, cool. So I just earned 2 permits and got promoted to Chief Petty Officer. So now it is possible, depending on how many missions you've already successfully completed, before rank, getting your rank up, you could have 100% already in the next rank. You would still have to run another mission though. But you see, my percentage is already 8%. Well, that's because, again, I've already run a lot of missions that put me over that 100%. So that when I turned in the rank advancement, it still maintained what overage I had. Now, Chief Petty Officer, I don't believe... Actually, I think it is. So I said midshipman was the rank necessary to purchase the federal drop ship. There's no federal ships here at this station. The next one is called, I think, the assault ship. Or it's either the gun ship or the assault ship. So there are none here, so I can't show you what the rank is for those ships. But wanted to go into officer. But again, there's 4 ships in total for the Federation. The drop ship, the gun ship, and the assault ship. And I think the gunship is the middle one. The assault ship is the one that requires the higher rank. And then there's the Federal Corvette, which is one of the biggest. Like, it's actually the best one. Like, that's the one that I, on my main account, when I'm doing the, when I'm going into battle, when I use the Federal Corvette because it's the only ship that has 2 huge guns. And I love it. I love the Corvette. It's definitely my favorite. And I use it for the big galactic battles. And Anaconda is Anacondas, there's basically 4 big ships. Like the biggest, the Federal Corvette, then there's the Empire one. Can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It's a beautiful ship. I love it too, but it's much bigger and not quite as maneuverable as the Corvette. And again, the Corvette's got 2 huge guns, not just one. So yeah, I use the Corvette. But the Federal one, it's a beautiful ship. Or not the Federal, the Empire, the big one for the Empire. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a beautiful ship. And then the Alliance has one. I think it's called the Defender. It's basically the same design as the Type 9, that Type 9 Heavy, which is a transport. It's basically a cargo ship. It's the largest cargo ship, and it's like flying a brick. But it can hold the most cargo of any ship. So if you want to be a trucker in space to make money, I made quite a bit of money running that Type 9 Heavy. But again, the Defender is the same body, so it's a very heavy, large ship that is not easy to fly. But you can put turret mounted weapons on it to just make it a freaking gun platform. I mean, you don't really have to fly it. You just park it and let the turrets do their thing. But the Defender is the Alliance's big ship, and then the Anaconda, which you will see a lot of because it's more of an independent and what most pirates use. So when you got pirates coming after you, once you get to a certain rank, I can't look at it in here. There was I came in here for something. Oh, the chip. I was going to go over the chip. Yeah, flight assists. So you got standard docking computer. That's to land. The advanced docking computer, which this one has, Also, it gives you an automated takeoff. So when you land on the big stations, the the advanced docking computer will depart the station before it turns control over to you. Um, that's the difference between the standard and the advanced. That's just automated landing. That's automated landing and takeoff. Super Cruise is for hyperspace. It controls your speed and automatically drops you out of hyper cruise or super cruise, or that's what I mean by hyperspace. It's called super cruise. It'll automatically drop you out of super cruise once you get to your destination, or it will orbit a planet. It will enter orbit if your target is a planet or sun. It will then just enter orbit instead of flying into it. Um, so that's why I came in here, just to go over those flight assists. So yeah, when I first started playing, I had to buy that standard docking computer to land. But nowadays, I believe your starting ship actually comes with the advanced docking computer, I believe, and even maybe the Super Cruise. I wish there was a federal ship available to purchase, just so I can show it for the purpose of the video here. But again, I think Chief Petty Officer, I think, is the rank necessary to purchase the next up from the dropship, which I believe is the gunship. It could be the assault. I could have them mixed up. It's either the gunship or the assault ship. And then ensign, the rank of ensign is the one needed for the next one. And then the rank needed for the federal corvette, the big boy, is vice admiral, which is the next to top rank. Admiral, of course, would be, which I never got to admiral, because once I got to vice admiral and purchased my federal corvette, I then left. I was pledged to Felicia Winters. That was the first ruler I pledged with on my main profile. I left her after getting the federal corvette and went to Empire Space and pledged to this chick here. And then that's when I started buying all the federal ships. Or, I'm sorry, the Empire ships. Once I got my rank up and started getting my reputation up with her, I then bought all of the Empire ships. And then I left her and went to her just because when you're pledged to her and get that rating 3, she's got a prismatic shield generator that's unique to her. I wanted those shields. So I pledged to her, unlocked those shields, and then there's a prismatic shield generator for every size available that I purchased, so that I've got them. Now, once you purchase something, it's yours. You don't ever lose it. As long as you have enough money to purchase to do the rebuy on your ship, if it gets destroyed, that rebuy cost $115,000 on my current ship. So as long as I've got the rebuy cost and my ship gets destroyed, I don't lose anything. When I buy a new ship, I can either keep this ship or I can trade it in. So the value of this ship will then be deducted from the price of what it costs to get the new ship. What I always do, though, is take whatever parts I need to use for the new ship off. And sometimes it's a scavenger hunt for parts. So not only does my main profile have every ship, I've got all the parts for all the ships if I want to, So I've got billions. My main profile is worth billions. As far as ships, components, and cash on hand. Anyway, That's it for now. I just wanted to go over the ranking, go over how that ranking goes up and what it, pertains to. I can't remember. Um, there might be more than 4 Empire ships. Empire ships are a lot of fun. There's a lot of good ships in the Empire that, again, they do require rank to purchase. The Alliance ships, though, do not require rank. So you don't even have to run any missions for them to buy them. So the reputation has no factor on whether the ship is available to buy or not. It's only rank for Federation and Empire ships. And some of the Alliance ships are really fun too. Again, I've got all the ships on my main profile. So anyway, I'll post a video of all those ships. But for right now, I just wanted to go over that. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy Elite Dangerous.